Not so very long ago, in the top left-hand corner of Tessa, there was a rail and waterway. It was a long rail and waterway, an important rail and waterway. It was called the Train and Tugboats and Sub Rail and Waterway Section Company Limited. And it was all there was. And not so long ago, on another part, there was a rubbish railway. It wasn't a long railway or an important railway. It was called the Margate Tip Railway Section Company Limited, and it was all there was. Now, on this Sunday, everybody was waiting for some special news. The said controller is something special to tell them. Oh, here comes now. There have some visitors coming to Pierce's Rubbish and Cave Gorge Railway. And Pierce will show them round, but not all of you, because they want to say something else even more very special. Pierce, I think it's a job for you. Let's be off now. Yes, sir. I'll curb as fast as I can, and off he went, out of the train yards, as much more fast as one small rocket. Everybody was looking speechless as he shot out of the train yards, moved quickly and fast. And the fit controller was surprised when his engine shot off out of the train yard fast. And it got there, he was curbing his mess of taking the rubbish, and then went to get his train checked. Already did, and got some passengers who were watching him, tubing his smelly work. I never left some place, but they know they can put their rubbish in the recycling yard, because putting the rubbish in any place instead of a tip yard doesn't make the world look great. Our planet is ever precious and ever wanting to be staying healthy. At last, he got all his rubbish in the train and took it to the rubbish dump. The rubbish dump is only about miles away, and the trip was never lasting long. The trip to get to the tip yard doesn't last long, is explained, and isn't it? Along the way, they listened to some cave song. He lived at his scrapyard and put the rubbish in the canter, and then he took his passengers home. The day was done with his visitors. He put his train away and he went to bed, slept. His day's work was rather luxury special. All the way through, he listened to his bird songs he likes listening to them on his way.
Here's a little story of a very special cat who's the friend and good companion of a certain postman Pat. Traveling through the country with his good friend by his side, knows his cat just likes to be there, for he always likes to ride through the beautiful valley and its lovely countryside as he sits up by the window and the views go gliding by. Jess is his cat. Jess, it's always been like that, and it's always been like that. Always been like that. Always been like that. Ever since that he was given as a tiny little kid. Ever since that he was given as a tiny little kid. All the folks in Greenville like to wave us up the chat, for they always like to see that as he goes by with his cat through the beautiful valley and its lovely countryside as he sits up by the window and the views go gliding by. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. And it's always been like that. And it's always been like that. Always been like that. Always been like that. Ever since that he was given as a tiny little kid. Ever since that he was given as a tiny little kid. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. And it's always been like that. Jess is the cat. Jess is the cat. Jess is the cat. Oh, then he comes and acts. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. Jess is his cat. And it's always been
The next morning he was working on his pledge for midnight lay out. It was never great and never exciting. The work. He went to work and then set off to the shed spot. Very carefully. He was very busy thinking. Then, when he was thinking to put the big sheds in the legitimate sheds, he could find other things like an adventure. He can never well remember the day when Duncan had some rather interesting adventure and found some coal trucks full of coal. This is what he found. A man that had some coal trucks full of coal. They thought that had found some coal in a man before. This way he can never well remember. He came across a twig, rather bird it was. He went in it. He found a cave. It was rather great. And he thought to himself, I'll just go in here and just to map it and prep it. And it did. He found a lid there and shut the door. It was most great in there that it didn't fit in the coal trucks. Ah, this is a life. Nothing like a good look, long looking this dark place and find nothing like it. Mavis is likely bound to feed me. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely. Dear. Midas was sure to look for Persia because Persia was on the secret work. Midas did. She was sure to look for him. Persia was never pleased to be alone in his cave. Then he found a trick door, opened it, and as he opened it, he found himself in a room full of mess. This is what he didn't expect when he opened the door. It was rather looking messy and rather smelly too. Not to mention the place looks rather dusty. He should open the door to another place that isn't messy. Then Percy got some other stuff falling in. Watch out, said his driver. What's a mess? This thought. Then he found another door. To look forward to get towards it and then open it. At first he wanted to do something in us first. I'll look for an 8 minutes, said Percy. It went on his river. Dirty work before he opened the door. And then came some even more trouble and stinker too. It is breakfast before he got more rubbish coming now. I'm not a can. Rubbish is the lunch. Papa, I just mess. Percy decided he'd had enough of receiving the rubbish mess of lunch and went to his door. He went there being ripper, quick as a wink and ripper, fast as a mouse escaping from a cat's ear. Neighbours came to Percy's wood and found this tricky bit in. I'll look for him there, she thought, then off in Percy. Percy was looking in another spot, and there was another door. He went in it, and opened it. There was the top of a riverside mountain. He knew. Well, the reason is that the mountain was looking at the side is that it was a nipper gauge mountain. It's been nursing well. He found his track to a setting, and then he looked over there. He found small trains. Percy went on further. Then he found a place. There was rubbish and a box for trains to private were called secret plans. I'll just go in. And clear the mess, said Percy. And he did. And he put them in a truck for the lot. Then he went to his secret house. It was very quiet there, but nobody saw him. Time for work, he thought. The small trains were finishing off work, and I saw this in the secret plane place. And then they came, I saw him come out again. Percy found a shortcut to get to his cave. He went on it and shoved her. This was beginning to look personal, exciting, and special for Percy. The small engines decided to find out what Percy was up to, making something special. Everybody at transport sheds decided to find Percy. They looked everywhere, but they still hadn't had a small luck. Percy was rather looking smart behaving, which of course they didn't know he was good. on this, friends, looking for him, and decided to make a grand party of making a tango party. He made all the things ready, and just wanted to get Trooper and James, which they came at last for this special occasion. Psst! Hey, you two, come on in. We're making a tango party. Oh, well, let's get started. Yes, what's this it? What's this it? Come on. Mavis saw them and wondered what's all this interesting destination of in tango was carrying on, and she sounded interested and excited, rather excited of looking at some special tango. I want Pisser, what's all this then? Tango party, said Pisser. Want to join us? Oh yes, now we need to get ready. Hey look, there's Creepers. You need him for this. But Creepers already came after Pisser said to his friends about wanting to invite Creepers to their place. Out loud, she sounded pleased and excited about some special tango. Look, old Pisser. Yes, it did. Come on. Let's go to the cave. Hey, come on, Ted said something. Tango party. What, Pisser? He said, come on, you two. It's tango party too. Oh yes, come on, Sunshine. It's all. No, come on. It's just perfect. It's not. It's perfect. It's up there. It's done. Hey, kids, look. Over there. That. Come on, lad. Look, that's the cave. In there. Yes, what is it? Come on. Then there was trouble. The fence was curving along the lane, dark way, but as I was curving that way, I began to have some bump and archer bits. That's what was curving, taken to them. 'Cause arch, that's it, I certainly could, but it's looking bump and rough. it was the first time I ever did some tango. So everybody watching this might think it might look special, entertaining, and more like something stage performance. That's what's meaning. It's what's meaning. Is something entertaining. Like one small thing. All it, it's enough. When I finished, I all went through thinking about the tinker, and everybody was most ever quite excited of seeing something great and special. Well, now everybody, some person was making some bad comments of my films. These films are not rubbish, they're just great. But to tell the truth, not some true people would say that there were some people banned from YouTube as in they put their sending their pictures to their lives would be rather looking miserable when they make some bad comments about something, but that's called not being friendly. Being friendly as well. It doesn't mean anything. Just being unfriendly if you get what's in meaning. Well, there was this letter from Cactus 1907 06. Cactus 1907 06 was interested of this. And what he said about this tanker is this. it said, "Ta just over teller." Me cactus native for 7 years to say that your films look great at tango of piston and creepers tubing. It's looking special. And it just wanted to know is it making some mover, a mover called is of steam, a mainless engine, steam engine, is wanting to get rid of all the diesels, not to mention Thomas and all of his friends. Wow, said Percy, it looks grand. We can keep it as a souvenir, Ted said. We've got some of our newspapers, said Sunshine. There's one from Miss Oliver Blossom, said Capers. Percy read on to Miss Oliver Blossom's letter. The note of the letter said, clean engine of the year. It told him all about his work of delivering the post, solving some secret jobs that could be helpful, and how he helped everyone. How he was made, never one wanted him to work with them. So the Fed controller brought him to the island of Surtor Railway. His place, and the Fed controller is taking him to this railway. Well, said Percy, thinking, it was nice to put a Fed controller's signature there, which made it him and all of his friends at night of getting a Fed controller on the turntable. A Fed controller had something to say to them. After they went home, when they got home, everybody was glad they found them. Then the Fed controller came on and asked them what on earth are they talking on Sunday. They would just explain this to him. Careful. The Fed controller was on the turntable. I obviously did you do some closer work? Yes, it did, sir. And you were in some place that the small engines had found. Then suddenly, just after the Fed controller said this, the small never gauge engines came in. Up ahead his back. Could be some small accident, they did, which they weren't expecting in front of them. Likely, them coming in and hitting some strange cars. Strange. What's ever next? There's one thing where you were, and you were tender punching, that's what it did, sir. And did in a place I haven't been. And the new surface I haven't been. Yes, of course. It can. Well, this is another great, another special, and it's in this extraordinary kitchen and chair in there. Spoon and extraordinary kitchen and chair in there. I mean, there's another spoon up in there. Something. It will take long, just short.